Hello everyone, and today we're going to talk about unpacking a standard. But before we begin, I want to break down what it really means to actually have a standard in the classroom and how it helps us as teachers aid us throughout the unit. So first, what is an actual standard? A standard is a learning objective. It's a target that we hope to follow throughout the unit, and it is the learning goal of our student. Basically, this means what do we want our students to know and be able to do by the end of the unit. So what is the purpose of unpacking standards for teachers? Well, as you know, standards can sometimes be very complex, especially in IB, which I'm going to unpack here in this video. But it allows us to simply use easy to understand language, and we can easily tell what knowledge and skills our students need to know during the unit and what the learning outcome will be. The standard I chose was from MYP year 3, which would be grade level 8 for my standard. My standard is going to be about applying and performing, which is criteria C. This includes demonstrating and applying a range of skills and techniques, demonstrate and apply a range of strategies and movement concepts, and outline and apply information to perform effectively. The reason I chose this standard is because in the future I would like to teach my year 8 students a unit on basketball. And in this unit, we will cover all the different skills that are necessary in a basketball game, which could come from dribbling, passing, shooting, defense, many different skills that are needed in order to apply performance effectively during match play. In year 7, students were learning basketball as well, but it was more focused on criteria A, which is knowledge, and improving their understanding. So what I want to do in year 8 is I want to actually have the students compound on that knowledge that they've been given, and they will apply that into an actual performance setting, which would be criteria C. And throughout this unit, I will first reinforce what was already learned in the previous year, and then teach the skills for an actual basketball game for students to be successful. So they'll be using the information that they have already gained when it comes to court design, the rules of the game, and also the strategy. But what I'll do is I'll fine tune and refine students' ability to dribble, pass, shoot, play defense properly, in hopes that students can actually reach the goal, which is applying their performance in an actual game setting. Now, of course, I cannot go right on to hoping my students can apply that performance in a game, in a basketball match. Therefore, I have to break down some of the skills such as passing, dribbling, and shooting, and I will have many different ways to do this. 2 ways that I'm going to do this is by directly modeling the proper stance and posture when dribbling, the proper beef technique when shooting, and also passing as well. And then what I'll have is I'll have multiple stations where students can refine their passing, dribbling, and shooting skills in order to help them better familiarize themselves with a proper basketball technique. This will be helpful when moving forward into our formative assessments, which will be 3-on-3 play, varying the rules, of course, for different learners. And hopefully by the end of the unit, students will be prepared and ready for a 5-on-5 basketball match. I will do several things to help my students meet their standard in terms of activities. One activity I'll do is I will do a small round robin tournament with the students, and this will be built from 1-on-1, and then it'll go into 2-on-2, and then 3-on-3, and then gradually we'll start with a 5-on-5 match. I will also have a tournament in my class where students will participate in and compete. Due to the knowledge that they already have of basketball, those who are not playing will be helping out as referees, timekeepers, and score monitors. So these are the two activities that I will do in order to give my students more of the ability to reach the standard in the actual assessment. How will I assess my students' learning in this unit? Well, keeping up with the MYP standard of Year 3, Grade 8, I will be using the Criteria C rubric that was created that will test a student's performance during a basketball game. This game will occur in a 5-on-5 format where we will be testing the student's ability to dribble, the student's ability to pass, the student's ability to shoot, and also compiling the knowledge of their understanding of the game from the previous year, as I stated. All students will be given an option in order to compete on a team, and I will vary the team selections based on student ability.